Las Vegas, a town of glitz, neon, and secrets.
The energy of this place is palpable.
Yes, just being here, I can feel it.
And if it's female companionship you want, Kelly Lundy is the best money can buy.
Why shouldn't I get paid for sex?
$600 an hour.
First thing you would do is come into the bathroom.
Right over here would be the envelope and thumb through the hundreds. Kelly had this power to attract men.
And unbelievably, she also has a husband who knows about it all.
Mark, I don't know how anybody can understand how you were okay with this, why you didn't get up and say, you're crazy.
Kelly truly was enthusiastic about what she was doing. It wasn't a job.
Until one day, Kelly gets a reality check and her world comes crashing down.
She hears this voice saying, Suzy. And Kelly was confused. Kelly didn't like to hear this name, Suzy.
Because Kelly really was Suzy. Suzy Favor Hamilton, a famous Olympian known for cover shots and commercials, but now living a secret double life.
Weren't you worried someone was going to recognize you and figure out that you were Suzy Favor Hamilton?
They did.
I knew my life was probably over.
Suzy Favor Hamilton.
Suzy Favor Hamilton.
Suzy Favor Hamilton was working as a high-priced Las Vegas escort.
From the all-American girl to the whore, overnight.
Tonight, a Golden Girl pushed to the edge 3 times at the Olympics.
Suzy gets out in front.
Postpartum depression, a marriage on the rocks, all building to a perfect storm because of a mental disease she didn't even know she had.
I know it wasn't Suzy, it was the disease.
Now, the race of her life to get back on track.
So many secrets, Suzy.
My life was filled with secrets.
And tonight, she's sharing them all. Fast Girl.
Good evening. It was the fall from grace that exploded in the headlines. The American favorite at the Olympics, but living a scandalous double life. Tonight here, she's revealing it all to Elizabeth, and you were telling me nothing off limits.
No, nothing was off limits, David. The woman who had once been on top, hitting rock bottom, facing the kind of issues so many people face but are afraid to talk about. But now, in a new memoir called Fast Girl, Suzy Favor Hamilton has opened up about the race to save her life.
When I was a little girl, I would pretend I was a horse. I just felt, you know, like a horse galloping through the woods.
Suzy Favor Hamilton has been running for most of her life.
Running took me away from everything.
The question has always been to where and from what. Stevens Point, Wisconsin, in the early 1970s, blessed with prodigious talent and laser-focused drive, young Suzy emerges as a local sports hero. Colleges around the country flock to recruit her.
She was recruited by 200 colleges to come run.
That's crazy. I mean, everyone wanted her. Everyone wanted Suzy. She was that good.
Suzy chooses to stay close to home, signing with the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
I chose Wisconsin because I feel they have a great coach.
Freshman from Wisconsin pouring it on down the home stretch.
At Wisconsin, her collegiate career is nothing short of meteoric.
What a finish.
This race, her freshman year, made everyone take notice. Watch as she hurdles headfirst across the finish line for the win.
Suzy Favor is the winner.
She was fantastic. She won everything in college.
Suzy Favor wins.
She's a Midwestern girl from Wisconsin.
The perky little young lady, Suzy Favor, takes over and dominates the women's race.
She was it.
With her parents' proud support,
she is determined, a very determined person.
The victories and the trophies keep piling up.
So what were you known for as a runner?
I was known for my kick. If there was another runner next to me with 100 meters to go, I could always out-kick them. I could always out-sprint them. So you're born with that talent. Either you have it or you don't.
Off the turn, it'll be a sprint. Favor takes the lead. Huber cannot respond. Suzy Favor will win the battle of America's best collegiate miler.
How did you feel watching her? Proud?
Yeah, absolutely. Just very proud. It was pretty cool.
Mark Hamilton, who plays baseball at Wisconsin, begins dating Suzy their freshman year.
And as an athlete yourself,
yeah,
in awe of her?
A little bit. A little bit. She just never lost.
Favor wins it. Jones takes second.
You did perfect, sweetheart. You did perfect. Just perfect, honey.
But all that perfection had come with a staggering price, a crushing anxiety to win.
The community, my hometown, was all watching me. They were all expecting me to win.
And that was nothing compared to the pressure Suzy was feeling at home.
When I'm racing, I'm really focused. I mean, I want to win.
This ABC News feature from 1990 paints a glowing picture of Suzy and her family.
An old Saturday Evening Post cover come to life.
But these images don't reveal the hidden pain afflicting the family. Suzy's brother Dan suffered from bipolar disorder. His behavior was often erratic and frightening.
How did that affect the family?
It was very difficult. I didn't understand his behavior.
For years, Suzy believed her success on the track was the one thing that alleviated her parents' suffering. Victory was the only option.
Because if I won for my family, everybody would be happy and we would be perfect. And it would take the pain away from what is happening with my brother.
What was your drive? Define it, explain it.
My drive was an obsession. So that obsession was to train every day as hard as I could. And it kept building into bad behaviors. I developed an eating disorder because if I was thinner and lighter, I perceived that I would run faster.
You just paint this picture of such anxiety, secret anxiety and insecurity.
Right. Oh my gosh, beyond insecure. You're not happy with your body.
Those body image issues mushroom when Suzy learns that someone on the athletic staff videotaped her breasts as she ran.
It was devastating. It was another reminder your body isn't good enough.
You didn't look like other runners. You were more voluptuous.
I didn't look like the ideal runner, so I had to look that part.
Later, that insecurity would compel Suzy to have breast reduction surgery.
I mean, to go to all these extremes, to be that one person, my whole life was just to be a runner.
Fortunately, Mark is there, now not only as a boyfriend, but as a much-needed voice of reason.
Mark was also the first person to really get you to look seriously at your bulimia.
Yes. He basically told me, he said, I don't want to be with you if you're not going to eat healthy and be healthy.
With Mark's help, Suzy overcomes her eating disorders and her college career becomes one for the ages.
I won 9 NCAA titles.
Nobody had ever done that.
Nobody had ever done that.
You were the most decorated runner in history, in college history.
It is a time of hope and optimism. Mark and Suzy get married the week after graduation. And her coach is convinced that Olympic glory is in her near future.
If she does make the Olympic team, she will be a force to be reckoned with.
Suzy Hamilton, U.S. middle distance runner.
As the Olympics approach, Suzy is fast becoming a darling of Madison Avenue as well as Madison, Wisconsin. For corporate America, the glamorous, bubbly blonde is already solid gold. Endorsements from shampoo and shoe companies come quickly.
Pump up and air out.
So that was putting this extra pressure on.
To do what, though?
To make the next Olympic team and to win a gold medal, because that's what the companies were banking on. That's what they were paying me, the sponsorships. They thought I could get the Olympic gold.
It is our honor to present the athletes of the 100.
In 1992, Suzy walks into a packed stadium in Barcelona, right alongside dream teamer Magic Johnson. Her moment has arrived, but Suzy is not there to meet it.
You didn't get any sleep at all before your first Olympic run.
First Olympics, no sleep, to a point of enormous anxiety, just building.
Tough to get yourself in a right frame of mind to go out there and run the race of your life.
Right. Not going to happen.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
In Barcelona, she didn't even make the finals. But in 1996, there she was in Atlanta for her second go at the gold.
Did you try and say, okay, this time don't attach so much to this, don't carry the world on your shoulders?
Yeah, and that kind of, it was in Atlanta, and she wound up just running the 800 meters, which wasn't her best event.
Once again, she doesn't medal. But despite her failure, Suzy continues to rack up the magazine covers and to earn like a champion.
And then I started to hear from my critics, other runners, that she's getting paid too much and she's not even running these fast times.
But the 2000 Olympics offer one more chance to prove her doubters wrong. And soon, with Mark supporting her all the way, Suzy is back on top, capturing titles in the U.S. and abroad. Then, in 1999, tragedy strikes. After years struggling with bipolar disorder, Suzy's brother Dan commits suicide.
Suzy was devastated, of course, but you could tell right away she wanted to do something for the family, make everybody happy. How was she going to rescue things? That's the way she looked at it. She was devastated, but her focus changed quite quickly.
Determined to win in his honor, Suzy heads to the Sydney Games, hoping to capture, finally, that elusive Olympic gold.
But the pressure that this woman had on her shoulders, in large part because she was seen as the next great one.
And at the starting line, I felt the whole entire world was watching me.
The whole world was watching, and what it was about to witness would change Suzy's life forever.
Suzy Favor Hamilton in some distress. Suzy Favor Hamilton trying to hang on.